Hi.
Is that it?
Give me your name and why do you run for St. Jude?
Doug Ward, and this is the first year, and I've known about the project for 9 years, and after 9 years I just decided it's time to try it, and we'll see how it goes.
Any other reasons why you want to do something like this? Really?
You're taping, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were still taping.
Yeah, I am. I'm just checking.
All right. You want to try that again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Any other reasons? Yeah, it's good for Peoria. It's good for the children. And in January, I stopped smoking, and it's going to really help me. And the group is getting larger every year, and this year they're going to top over $1 million. And so I just want to be part of that.
Great. You have anything to say?
Patient.
Just a second.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
My daughter was a patient, so this is my 6th year.
And your name is?
Vic Reed.
Vic Reed. Thank you, Vic. Just a second. And give me your name and why do you run for St. Jude?
My name is Mark Galowski. This is my 8th year I've run, and I'm running primarily for my 2 sons. They're healthy, and I'm happy, and it worked out well.
Thank you.
Through a number and all that type of thing.
Name and how many years you've run for St. Jude and why you do it.
Okay, Jerry Hostler. This will be my 4th year of running for St. Jude, and I run for St. Jude to help pay for the cure for kids with cancer and help them out in their environment. You know, as you're running down the road and watching during the heat of the day, that's a small sacrifice to pay when you think of the suffering that the children do and the benefits that are available to help the children of St. Jude. So I enjoy doing it.
Thank you. You ready yet? No. Your name and how many years you've run and why do you run for St. Jude?
BJ Aberly. This is my 1st year, but it seems like when any other charities you ask for, people kind of shy away, but for the children of St. Jude, everybody's kind of willing to give for them. It's a good charity to give to.
And that's why?
Well, and the children need all the help they can get.
Okay, just as easy as that, sir.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Gene Jones from Metamora. I'm a counselor at the high school. This year we had a freshman girl that was diagnosed with leukemia, and so thinking about her. Also a young man that ran on my cross-country team. A few years ago, his little boy has been diagnosed with leukemia. And this is my 1st year running, and I'm looking forward to it. Also, there's another young man at Metamora that is a leukemia patient. So to help those guys and that gal out, I'd like to run for it.
Okay, thanks.
Martha Shire, and I'm from Metamora.
Could you start over again? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. My name's Martha Shire, and I'm from Metamora, and I just want to run so that all the kids can be well. And that's it.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Shut up and get on
Go
with the
ahead,
meeting.
go ahead.
Easy question. Why did you start this?
There was a need in St. Jude in the running community, we felt, to do something to benefit St. Jude. There have been a couple of events that were held locally that raised $600 or $700 back in 1980 and 81 for St. Jude. And Gene Pratt and I one day at the health club tried to think of an idea that could raise a lot more money in it. We came up with the idea of running from Memphis to Peoria or Peoria to Memphis. And in 1982 we started the first Memphis to Peoria run.
Why keep doing it?
We keep doing it because there's still kids at St. Jude Hospital. Peoria is a very lucky community to have the St. Jude Midwest affiliate located at Methodist Hospital. The care and the treatment the kids get here is just like they can get at Memphis, and at no cost, and that keeps most of us going.
Is there anybody in particular that you think of, any particular patient, or is it just kind of a...
To be honest with you, sometimes I try to block them out. As you know, we get very close to most of the kids. We spend a lot of time at the affiliate. and I'm an emotional type guy, and if I start thinking about certain kids, then I would not be able to run. I'd be crying all the time. So I think about them all. I think about the new friends we make. We make new friends every year in the patients, and unfortunately we lose some very close friends every year.
What do you remember from the first one?
I remember 21 people in 2 motorhomes and 1 van catching on fire, running 6 miles at a time by yourself, being lonely and wondering why in the hell we ever started this project.
Did you ever think it'd get to this point? I mean, it's very organized. It's really a big deal compared to back then. I mean, it's kind of a horror story for those of us who never experienced that.
Our goal was to have a class event that would raise $20,000 a year. We thought if we could raise $20,000 a year, like the Golf Classic did, we were impressed with how the Golf Classic was a classy event for a classy organization, and that was our goal. Was to keep going, and if we could do $20,000 a year, we'd be tickled to death.
Has anything changed about it over the last couple of years? Say since I started going, say last 5 years.
I think the thing that's changed is more people are staying dedicated longer. People aren't just going on the run for the run. They're going on the run because the money they raise goes for St. Jude, and people are becoming involved in the St. Jude cause. They're meeting the patients, they're meeting the parents, they're seeing the care that they get, and that causes people to go back every year. And as you know, Lee, once you go to the hospital, you're hooked. You're gonna go back. That's the advantage that we have when we go to Memphis.
You want anything else?
Why do you run?
I run to pay back. I'm a very lucky person. I have healthy kids, and I'm healthy, and I feel that everybody owes something back to society, and I happen to be lucky and fortunate enough to be part of an idea that a lot of people can benefit from. And we'll go and we'll go and we'll go, and we'll have fun.
And lastly, what do you think of these people right out here?
I would get too emotional if I told you I thought of these people. They're crazy. They're crazy for following a guy like me on a dream, but I admire them and I respect them and I thank them very much.
Mike, this one's a little different, and I don't want to get into a lot of it, but you know, I mean, Gene's not here, and he was a big part of this. Does that make it any different to you?
I think it makes a little bit of difference. Gene was so instrumental. It was a partnership from day one, and without him, we're missing him. But people have to know that behind the scenes, because of his new job, he's doing a tremendous amount of work. He's doing the same things that he's done every year. The only thing he's not doing is participating in the meetings, and there are a lot of reasons, because he doesn't want to get people confused, but his involvement is strong as ever, and I respect him for it. It's got to be tough for him to do. Thanks, Tommy. I appreciate it.
State your name and
all right.
And who you run for. Back. Let me swing you. No.
Tell me where you want me to be.
I think I'll leave you there. I'll just move my camera a little bit. There
Okay.
we go. That's better.
Hands in the pocket don't make any difference.
Nah.
Just a
Head and shoulders. Here.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. Tell me who you are and you're running for St. Jude and such.
I'm Tim McCoo, and I'm from Springfield, Illinois, and we are putting together the run and have put together the run for the St. Jude's people in Peoria, for the children in Peoria, to raise money for for the kids that have cancer in Peoria. And I was asked a number of years ago by Gene Pratt and to come up to Peoria and assist and bring a group of runners from Peoria and raise some money. And I was a little hesitant because I felt that that's a long run from Springfield. I'd never done something like that, and quite frankly, it's not the most organized run from Springfield. We've got about anywhere from 6 to 10 runners who will run. I just ask the runners to run and not raise the money, and I raise the money on behalf of the Springfield group. In the past, we've raised about, on an average of $3,000 a year coming out of Springfield. And we have a good time doing it, and it's going for a good cause, and we feel very strongly about that.
Why, and I know you said that Gene asked you to do this, but why did you do it? What, you know,
well,
it's a personal thing, but anything you'd like to relate on that?
Back in 1984 and 5, I was having some business situations which led me to form my own business. And there were some real impossible tasks that I felt had to be accomplished and met. And I got involved with St. Jude from a prayer standpoint, the Saint of the Impossible, and made several novenas. And as a result of that, it was almost miraculous, some of the things that occurred and came to pass and how everything fell into place. And as a result, the business has been extremely successful, and I attribute a lot of that to my love and devotion to St. Jude. And so that's how I got involved. When they asked, I couldn't turn it down. I felt that St. Jude had done some things for me, so I had to return the favor. And that's pretty much how I got involved with it. And so now it's getting a little more difficult each year.
Are there any things that have ever happened along the way, you know, during the run that are kind of interesting, or, you know, has somebody been down and picked up a $100 bill or anything like that?
Nothing along those lines. I think primarily we've had one runner in particular that's been a real blessing to us by the name of Frank Zadich. And Frank is a teacher at Lincoln Land Community College here in Springfield. And Frank has historically given us the first 30 miles of the run. He runs nonstop from Lincoln Park, where we start, at about 5:30 on a Saturday morning. And he'll run straight through nonstop to Mason City. And so he gives us the first 30 miles of the run, and from that point on, it's not too difficult for us to complete the run up to Peoria. This year, Frank's advised us that his knees aren't what they should be, and he's having some problems with his legs, so it's doubtful that he's going to even be able to participate. So we're holding our breath. It's 2 weeks away right now, and quite frankly, Tom, we're still in the infancy. We haven't got all of our runners together. We're just starting to raise the money, but it's historically been this way. It always seems like when we're under pressure, we finally get the job done. But the past years have been a lot of fun. It's the kid. Last year we had my son, Tim, who will be a freshman in college this year, assisted both last year and the year before by getting some runners, younger runners, and they were a big help. Without them, we couldn't have made it. You know, they put in 6 miles apiece and made the run the success that it was in the past 2 years. And the year before that, Frank and a bunch of us older folks did it on our own and had no problem doing it.
Have you ever been up to St. Jude Hospital here in Peoria or down in Memphis?
Never in Peoria nor in Memphis. We've met some nice families along the way in St. Joe. They prepare lunch for us when we come through and always have some watermelon and sandwiches available. And some of the families that have had children at St. Jude's Hospital in Peoria are there with their children and contribute to the run along the way. We also meet people in Mason City who contribute to the run along the way. And then, of course, as you get into Pekin and Peoria, you meet a lot of the folks along the way. And we stop at a stand, an ice cream stand up in Pekin, and they have Gatorade for us and some soft drinks and fresh fruit so we can finish the run. It's really it's an awful enjoyable time. At this point, at this stage, it's always a burden because you think, how are you going to get it done, and will we get it done? And somehow we'll manage to get it done and be up and running.
I really can't think of anything else to ask you. Is there anything else you'd like to say concerning?
No, other than I think it's a tremendous cause. I think it's a good cause. It's a moving experience seeing the young children that have been treated and attended to at both St. Jude's in Peoria as well as the hospitals in Memphis, or the hospital in Memphis. And I think that anyone that wants to get involved with a real, true, good cause, anyone that's had a prayer answered by St. Jude along the way, it's a good way to pay back an IOU, I think. And if you look at it that way, I think initially that's how I felt, and as a result, I've gotten. I still feel very strongly about St. Jude and answering prayers to the impossible. So those that have kids with cancer, don't give up. I think he's a great saint, and one that can. The hospital's been properly named after St. Jude. Danny Thomas is in Memphis and the affiliate in Peoria. I can't add any more than that.
All right, that's great.
All righty.
I sure do appreciate it.